Wenn du zweistellige Zinsen auf Mintos und anderen P2P-Kredite-Marktplätzen verdienst, dann wird dich dieses Video sehr interessieren, denn heute schauen wir hinter die Kulissen von exotischen Kreditgebern aus Mexiko, die aber ein super robustes Geschäftsmodell haben. Wir reden heute darüber, wie viel die Kreditgeber eigentlich verdienen, wie viel die Kunden hier an Zinsen zahlen und wie viel sie auf Mintos auch aktuell an Zinsen zahlen und wie viel sie maximal zahlen könnten. Sehr interessant, und heute gibt es diese Interviews exklusiv hier bei Northern Finance. Herzlich willkommen dazu. Mein Name ist Alex Black. Und wir fangen auch direkt mit DineritoXtra an. Hier habe ich den CEO Paul Bustos interviewt und ich würde sagen, wir legen jetzt auch direkt los.
DineritoXtra is a company that is focused on lending money through the payroll deduction model. We have been in business for 13 years already, and we are a middle-sized company in the market, and we are growing in about a 30% average yearly.
Wow.
Accumulated, or and we are offering a very interesting product for the people that is not in the formal process of credit here in Mexico.
And for the people who are not so familiar with you, maybe they have invested in loans on Mintos with you, but how big is your company?
We have around 600 million pesos in assets, and we are underwriting about 400 million loans during the year in pesos. This is about, we are controlling about 16,000 credits every year.
Okay. And what's your default rate on this big portfolio that you're having?
We have a default rate of 5% average, and we measure this default rate in two ways. The full portfolio is a 5%, and there is a non-activity portfolio, which is 2.3%. The difference is that we install the process of collections in the payroll, and maybe you don't have the capacity of pay the full payment during the fortnight or the month, and we charge not the full amount but a little bit of that amount, maybe the half of the amount, and we are still collecting that money. That's the difference between the 5 and the 2.3%.
Right.
So that's an important thing in this model of loan.
So the money that is owed to you from the customer is directly deducted from their payroll.
Exactly.
That's a very interesting model.
And the employer pay us directly to Dinerito. Okay.
Okay, interesting. And when you have these loans in your portfolio, what is the average return you are getting on them?
Is the interest rate, are you talking about?
Yes.
It's about 42%.
42 per year.
Yeah.
So when you deduct the default rate, your return on investment is still in the high 30s?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
The high 30s.
Okay. Nice. And you offer just this one product, is that correct?
Yes, it's just one product.
And what do your customers look like? What would be one typical customer so the investors can understand your business a little bit better?
Mainly are people that works for the government. They are most of them are unionized. That's why we don't have a high turnover on the people. So we can. That's the strength of this kind of loans, that we are always collecting from the payroll.
And how old are your customers, for example, on average?
It must be around 40 years old.
Okay. And mostly men, I guess?
No.
No.
It's I think it's half and half.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to get a loan from you and is working with the government here in Mexico, what else do they need to fulfill? What other criteria?
But first we have to sign an agreement with that part of the government in order to get the deduction. Okay, first we go to that step, and then when we have this agreement, we start offering the loans to the employees. And the only criteria is to be a formal worker within the entity, the government entity.
Okay, interesting.
That's the only situation or characteristic.
So you can have other loans from other companies before who are in the same business as you, but if they have a job with the government and you are cooperating with that part of the government, they can get a loan with you.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, interesting. And are there any no-go criteria? So, for example, if someone is just a few years away from retirement, would you also fund someone like that?
Yes, if they are close to retirement, we don't lend the money to the employee. We wait to get the retirement or the pension, and then we offer, if we have this reach on the agreement, we offer a loan for the retired people. We also do with the retirees.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And regarding your cooperation with Mintos, you said to me before we started the interview, you have been working with them for 6 years now.
Exactly.
So quite a long time.
Yeah.
How has the cooperation with them been for you?
It's been very helpful for my company because it's difficult to bring money to Mexico and to get loans from the commercial banking. So it was a very, very interesting door for developing my business, and the cooperation has been very close, very kind, and we have done a lot of things with Mintos. We exchange a lot of information, and we have a very good acceptance rate within the platform. And many investors had problems on Mintos with some loan originators who didn't pay on time. Did you pay on time? Yes, every time.
Every time, very nice. Yeah. And the interest rates are, of course, also very relevant for the investors. What interest rates are you comfortable paying on Mintos?
Now we are uploading loans at 9%.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have had a lot of success selling our loans on the platform.
And how long are these loans that you're uploading on Mintos? How many months or years?
It's an average of 24 months.
Okay, so you have 9% over 24 months.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, you have to have in mind that we have to cover the exchange risk.
Yeah.
We have to add maybe 5 to 7 points. Okay. Basis points.
Yes. On
the interest rate. So
yes.
Actually, the interest rate, the liability is higher. So. Right. And we are offering loans at 42%. So, and we have to operate. We have to make the compliance, everything that is in the middle and the back office. It's hard to get good results. Okay. For the investors.
And what would be a limit for you in the interest rate that you can pay to Mintos investors? Where would you say not more than that because we need to make a profit?
Okay, I think we don't have to go further 10.5%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow, that's a statement. Yeah. Okay. Good for you if you can do that. And regarding new investments, if it's now on Mintos or maybe somewhere else also, can you tell us why should investors trust their money with you?
Well, I think we have working with Mintos, and we know the investors market in Europe. They are happy with our loans. Even the war in Ukraine, even the situation of high inflation and everything that has been happening in the financial markets, we have been repaying our loans on time. We are the highest standards in discipline and how we underwrite our loans, how we manage our portfolios. We are trying to have some other funders in order to be able to grow with a certain strength. And I think we are a very well organized company and a very good participant in this payroll loan deduction loans industry.
Thank you very much, Paul, for taking the time for this interview.
Thank you so much for you to being here, and thank you.
Danach ging es weiter hier mit Luis Antonio unter anderem, der bei Credifiel einer der Gründer ist und ja richtig viel Erfahrung in diesem Geschäft ebenfalls hat. Sie finanzieren hier auch Kredite von Staatsangestellten, also ein ja sehr geringes Risiko, dass diese Leute nicht zahlen, da das Geld auch hier direkt vom Lohn abgebucht wird, bevor man das Geld überhaupt auf dem Konto erhält. Jetzt bin ich hier beim Kreditgeber Credifiel mit Luis Antonio de Leon und Braulio Prida. And today we have a very interesting, loan originator here, one of the largest ones here in Mexico. Luis Antonio, maybe first to you. Could you introduce Credifiel for the investors who maybe don't know you already?
Yes, well, we are a company which is specialized in giving payroll loans to government employees. Our basis of our business is that here in Mexico, around 30% of the people is non-bancarized. So they need essential the services of providing the services of giving credits to them. We have a range of credits that goes from 100 euros to 16,000 euros. We give credits in a range between 12 months and 16 months. The average length of our portfolio is around 38 months now of the credits. And we have currently we have a total 38.4 million euros in our portfolio. We operate nationwide. We have 65 branches through the whole country, and we are basically top 3 in this market in Mexico.
Wow,
so that's basically what is Credifiel.
Okay, very cool. And how many people are working for you if you're one of the biggest?
Like 2,000 people we have in the sales force. Yeah, in all of Mexico. Yes.
Yeah. So basically that's 2,000 people in sales, and in the corporative we are around 250. So we are a large employee here in the country, for sure.
I can see that. And what kind of interest rate are you asking from the people who take loans with you?
Well, we have to say we have 2 types of credits. We have the payroll loans, which is 92% of our total portfolio, and we have the direct debt credits that we charge directly on your banking account, and that accounts for 8% of our total sales. For the payroll credits, the interest rate is around 54% per year. And for the direct debt credits, it's around 78, between 78 and 82% interest rate.
All right.
So that's what we are charging.
So on your product range, you have these 2 types of loans. How are the default rates looking for that?
Well, the overall default for the total portfolio currently is 4.1%. It's very, very different between the two. That's why the different rates we charge. Overall, in the payroll, we have 3.5 non-performance loans ratio, and for the direct debt now it ranges around 12%, the default ratio. But as I told you, it is clearly compensated by the difference in the interest rates.
Right, right.
Okay.
And now that we know that, thank you very much for the transparency at this point already. What criteria does an applicant have to fulfill if they are on your payroll loans?
Okay, first of all, the criteria is to all the people that work in government agencies, and we give the credits in the sector of education, wealth, police, and administration. And all the things that, or the criteria after that is that the type of employees.
Right.
We need to have some type of employees that we secure that we're gonna make the collection, and also the antiquity of the employee.
Okay, okay. And are there some no-go criteria, for example? So do you give loans to people if they are already customer of, let's say, DineritoXtra, some other loan company?
It depends of the arrangement with the agencies, but we can make a double credit or a cross credit. It doesn't matter if they have another with the competence. Yes.
And are there any no-goes? So, for example, if I'm a government employee and I'm 1 year away from retirement, can I take a loan with you?
No, it is the type of employee and the antiquity. If they have like 30 years, we are near to the retirement and we can give the credit.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. And to your cooperation with Mintos, because you're listed on Mintos Marketplace, that's where a lot of loans get financed. What would you say, how well does the cooperation with Mintos work for you?
Well, actually, we are very happy with our agreement we have with Mintos. It has proved to be a very important source of funding for our company. We get into this new financing world model that we have with these peer-to-peer platforms. We saw the opportunity. And we said we want to be there. So we are very happy. It has helped us to evolve into new ways of funding, which I think is going to be critical in the next 5 years. The whole financial world is changing. I can tell you that. We are very optimistic about how this financial world is evolving, and we certainly want to be within it to take all the chances and the opportunities. For example, this Mintos agreement has made us to lower the rates we are funding.
What is the current rate you have on Mintos?
Sorry?
What is the rate that you are paying on Mintos?
We are paying now an average of 11% in a credit that we are uploading in the platform. So it's we think it's a very fair and nice rate to pay.
Yes.
And so that's why we have the commitment of keep on feeding the platform, to say it some way, and keep on growing on it.
Right, and now you say you have this 11% rate, and many investors are always looking for the highest return possible. So could you tell us what would be the highest rate you could pay before you are not being profitable anymore at that point? So what could you pay? Does it go up to 15, 16, 20% maybe?
No, well, let me put it this way. You have to consider two facts. This is, at the end for us, is a debt in foreign currency. So you have to hedge it.
Yes.
So there's a cost of hedging it. So that's what it makes it not that elastic just to increase rates like that. Because also, if in a case of higher rates, obviously the cost of hedging could be higher. So in an hypothetical scenario, we don't see, well, first of all, we don't see that interest rates are going to climb anymore. I think that they're going to stay there. The more optimistic people were thinking that they will lower by the second half of the year, but certainly that is not going to happen. And certainly my guessing is that it's not going to happen in 2025 either. So I think that the rates that we are going to offer in the platform will stay there. If things tighten, it will increase 1 point, 1.5 points, but I don't see it higher than that.
Right, right. And last question from my side to that point, why should investors trust their money with you, with loans from you?
Well, actually, we here in Mexico, we have, well, here in Credifiel, we have a figure that I think that is very very nice for investors to know. We have it. We have a master trust in which we deposit all the monies coming from the collection of the credits. In this trust, we give instructions to the trust manager to know who this money belongs to, the different funding sources. So essentially, and the remaining monies they give us to us, and that's let's say that's our profits. So this instrument is very safe for the people that trust in us to know that they will receive back their money. So that's very good for the investors to know, because they shall know I cannot make any decision over that money. If it's in the trust, it's already for them. So it's very safe to invest in Credifiel, in my point of view, because of this trust. And also we have a long history of trust and confidence with people, with investors, and with our clients, in which we say that we like to strengthen our bonds with the investors community, because we build long-term relationships with people.
Okay.
So that's it.
Luis Antonio, Braulio, thank you very much for taking the time for this.
No, okay. You're very welcome.